Trying to figure out what will happen in the future is very hard. Most people don't know how technology will change in the next few years, let alone the next 8 decades or even centuries. In this video, we will talk about the artificial intelligence future. What comes into your mind about the future of artificial intelligence? Stay tuned and let us see artificial intelligence in the future. Artificial intelligence is changing the future of almost every industry and every person on Earth. Artificial intelligence has been the main driver of new technologies like big data, robotics, and IoT, and it will keep doing this for a long time. But before digging into the topic, did you know that Tesla and SpaceX boss Elon Musk has doubled down on his dire warnings about the danger of artificial intelligence? The billionaire tech entrepreneur said AI is more dangerous than nuclear warheads in Austin, Texas. He said that there needs to be a regulatory body to keep an eye on the development of superintelligence. It's not the first time that Musk has made scary predictions about the power of artificial intelligence. For example, he has said that AI is more dangerous than North Korea, calling for regulatory oversight. When a technology achieves greater than human intelligence, a breakthrough that could occur as early as the 2050s, all bets are off in terms of what is technically achievable. Intelligent machines will take the role of humans as designers and engineers, building the technologies of our dreams, even some we haven't even imagined yet. Before we begin with our timeline, for everyone who's new to our channel, hello, and welcome to Robot Future, where we fill you in on every thrilling discovery and mind-blowing insights in the world of robots, AIs, and future technology. So consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification for a ton of exciting robot content coming your way. Now, without further ado, let's get in the video. The year 2022. 2022 is only the beginning for AI regulation. As we become more reliant on technology to communicate, learn, work, and shop, artificial intelligence and machine learning, ML, will play a larger role in our lives. The COVID-19 pandemic has proved the benefits of technology and AI. Regulators have responded to its harmful side. If we look at the last few years, we've seen a significant change in how artificial intelligence is being used in business plans. There has already been a lot of progress in digital transformation thanks to machine learning and artificial intelligence. Because of the pandemic, we saw a lot of progress in the technology field. This will keep going up in 2022 and beyond. The fear is that technology or robots will someday replace humans and make specific roles superfluous. But that isn't the case, and we know it. In reality, as companies use machines to crunch data and AI to interpret and extract meaningful information, it becomes more important for humans to work alongside technology. It will encourage workers to improve their skills and become more cognizant. Some functions, like marketing, already use intelligence to determine which leads to pursue and which to drop. Artificial intelligence is used in engineering teams to identify preventive maintenance, preventing machine failure. This means that smart AI-driven technologies will be available for every profession, allowing people to work more efficiently. Vehicles, such as cars, planes, and boats, will also use AI as a system's brain. Tesla is a great example of an AI-driven car that gives a thrilling ride. Moreover, the built-in AI engine can anticipate obstacles and prevent road accidents. Every year, 1.3 million individuals die in car accidents. Considering these worrying figures, AI is the key to avoiding this. Tesla confirmed that self-driving cars would be available by 2022. However, it is unlikely to be commercially accessible in 2022. We can expect AI to be used in ships with the next Mayflower autonomous ship, MAS. The year 2100. BrainLinked virtual reality. Wearable VR technology, like the Oculus Rift, is great, but a true experience of being in an alternate reality will remain elusive. It will take something more invasive, and by the year 2100, we will have created a virtual reality experience that is indistinguishable from the real thing. These experiences will be transmitted straight to our brain to make them more plausible, bypassing our typical sensory inputs. These nanobots will keep us healthy, deliver full immersion virtual reality within the nervous system and considerably boost human intelligence. Remember that non-biological intellect doubles in capability every year, whereas biological intelligence is fixed. By the 2030s, non-biological intelligence will dominate. The year 2200, mind uploading. By 2200, many humans will have chosen a life entirely digital, free of biological restraints. A natural brain will be meticulously copied with mind uploading or entire brain emulation. The scans would record memories, associations, and even personality peculiarities down to the molecular level. Mind uploading is still a mystery to futurists. Still, a critical stage will be to copy the important areas of the brain, especially those connected to a person's sense of self. This could involve destructive copying when a person's brain is chopped or physically dissected to record their memories. The information may be pasted into a machine that could translate it into a working mind. To function normally, an uploaded person would need a virtual body and environment. An important scientific and philosophical point to consider is whether this reflects an accurate transfer of consciousness rather than simply a replica of a person's brain. Furthermore, it is unclear if conscious self-awareness can be recreated in a digital substrate. Alarmingly, each upload may be a form of zombie that acts and behaves like the pre-existing individual, but is nothing more than a script-driven bot. The year 2300, weather control. Future weather engineers could build gigantic wall-like structures to prevent tornadoes from developing or massive arrays of offshore turbines to extract energy from hurricanes. According to a 2014 research, a wind farm with tens of thousands of individual turbines may cut peak winds by up to 92 miles per hour, 148 kilometers per hour, and storm surges by up to 79%. That would effectively weaken a hurricane by a factor of 10. We might even design a weather machine that creates a programmed atmosphere. A fascinating idea involves launching a thin global cloud of small transparent balloons into the stratosphere to shade or reflect the incoming sunlight. Each balloon would have a mirror, a GSP to track its location, an actuator to control its direction, and a small computer. The programmable greenhouse gas would be lifted by hydrogen to around 20 kilometers. The millions of mirrors would reflect the sunlight into space. This AI-driven approach could change global weather patterns and turn marginally livable places into temperate zones. The year 2400, utility fog. Utility fogs, invented by nanotech pioneer J. Storrs Hall, are a swarm of nanobots or foglets that can take on the shape of almost any object and modify its form on the fly. Storrs came up with the concept when imagining a futuristic seatbelt. Instead of static restraints and inflating airbags, Hall conceived an intelligent cloud of interconnected snowflake-like foglets capable of morphing to the movements of anything in its vicinity, including car passengers. In terms of technological sophistication, utility fogs defy the imagination. Each foglet would be only 10 microns across, roughly the size of a human cell, and would be outfitted with a tiny, rudimentary onboard computer to control its actions. It would be controlled externally by an artificially intelligent system. When two foglets connect, they form a circuit, allowing power and communications to be distributed across the network. The foglets would not be able to float, but instead would create a lattice structure, known as an octet truss, by holding hands in all 12 directions. A utility fog would function similarly to programmable matter, moving you around, surrounding, and even transporting an object or person. On the other hand, utility fogs may be used to build a virtual world around a person, and even host someone who has uploaded themselves into this nano-infused cloud, similar to the foglet created by Warren Ellis Transmetropolitan. The year 2500, geoengineering. Disturbingly, the effects of climate change are almost certainly irreversible. Whatever we do between now and 2500, the quantities of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere will continue to warm the world. We will have to begin geoengineering the world to avoid the various environmental disasters caused by climate change, from rising sea levels and megadroughts to superstorms and mass extinctions. Cirrus cloud seeding to lower reflectivity, stratospheric particle injection for solar radiation control, sulfur aerosol injection to induce global dimming, and simple remedies like tropical replanting to restore carbon balance are some significant geohacking concepts. Other proposals include a massive space reflector that may be beyond our technological capabilities by centuries, ocean fertilization to create carbon-sucking algae blooms, and increasing ocean alkalinity to make the ocean less acidic. There is no shortage of ideas, and we will not be limited to just one. The danger with geoengineering is that we may destroy our world and become dependent on it if something goes wrong. However, difficult times will necessitate desperate tactics, and we will be forced to rely on intricate climate models and supercomputers to ensure safety and efficacy. The year 2600, mind-to-mind communication. Humankind will become a telepathic species as communication technology continues to improve neuroscience. In the future, direct mind-to-mind communication will make us even closer to each other, and it could even lead to a hive mind, which is a huge network of minds working together over the future internet. In this kind of future, we might start to see the individual break down and the rise of collective mass consciousness. We may be closer to this future than we think. Researchers worldwide were the first to show that a brain-to-brain communication system could be set up in a way that didn't hurt the brain at all. During their experiment, two people could communicate with each other even though they were hundreds of miles apart. Another group of researchers sent brain signals over the internet to control the hand movements of another person and work together on a computer game. Even though they are straightforward, these systems point to a future where we can use our thoughts to talk to each other and telekinetically control smart devices in our environment. The year 2800, fusion power. Physicists in Germany used a 2-megawatt microwave pulse to heat low-density hydrogen plasma to 80 million degrees. Nuclear fusion is a promising way to get more energy, but this experiment didn't work. It didn't produce any energy, but it was a big step forward to get it to work. In contrast to nuclear fission, which breaks down an atom's nucleus into smaller parts, nuclear fusion makes a single, prominent, heavy nucleus out of two smaller ones. Because of the change in mass, there is a lot of energy that scientists think can be used to make clean energy. Fusion power could one day replace fossil fuels and traditional nuclear reactors. On the other hand, getting there will require that scientists figure out how to reliably and safely deal with things that happen on the sun. The problem is that fusion plasmas don't like to be kept in one place. These free-flowing streams of protons and electrons are hard to keep in one place. Our sun has a lot of gravity, but we'd have to use magnets or lasers to do the same thing on Earth. Some of the plasma could leak out, which would make the machine's walls look bad. This would shut down the device. The year 2999, artificial life forms. Scientists in the future will be able to build and create new organisms from scratch. From microscopic synthetic microbes to rebuild people a la Blade Runner. Artificial life, life, is a new field that seeks to mimic biological phenomena using computers and other synthetic media. Any of the technologies listed here could transform our culture. The converging consequences of technology are often difficult to predict. Using BrainLinked VR, mind uploading, and AI together might create a hybrid computer-based civilization with real humans, mimicked brains, and artificial intellects. Geoengineering may incorporate weather control systems and nanoparticles in the future, so on. So, what do you think will happen to humanity in the future? Are AIs good for us? Let me know your thoughts and comment down below. But before the video ends, please do not forget to click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell for more updates and videos like this one.